cool. It's a little bit delayed. Oh, you're in it, but all right. Even though there's no one in here right now, I'll still say what's up. What's up? I'm really digging the red microphone. Hey, what's up? We got a viewer. How's it going? Shervan. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce your name, and I apologize because I'm not gonna pronounce it correctly. Um, So I don't normally go live and engage with my viewers in regards to actually chatting back to you. So I'm just going to be responding in the live itself. But seems like you're the only person hanging out with me. So thank you for tuning in. I'm about to just start going through some projects that I made a little list of some that look really interesting to me. And if you have any that you would like me to look into, go ahead and let me know right now, and I'll start with that. I'd love to kind of give you an idea. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. It's a great new year, starting it off on the right note, finding some good NFT projects to look into to set ourselves up for a successful. Shara, nice. Yeah, we want to set ourselves up for a successful new year, right? Oh, this 2022 is the year of success. We're gonna all make it big. I just feel it in my bones. So, Shara, is there any projects that you would like me to look into right now, live? You can see on my screen here, these are some of the ones that I have my eye on that I was going to go ahead and go through. So if you don't have a project that you want me to look into, I'll go ahead and just start with some of these and kind of show you what I do when I'm compiling research. But yeah, so you just let me know. I'll keep my eye on the chat room, and if there is something that you want me to look out for, I'll just jump and do that right now while I got you with me hanging out. But for now, we'll start with Oxia Origins. Now, I'll let you know because you're the one hanging out with me. I kind of know a little bit of background on these projects. I don't know a ton, which is why I'm doing my research right now. So I do know they all have... Okay, Random Character Collective. So that's on my list, Invisible Friends. Let's start with that one, okay? So this is raw. This is live. I haven't planned anything for this. So, it's going to be very casual, and we're just going to kind of go through stuff. So first things first, you got to go to the Discord. That's going to be the place to find all the information and the good links. So if I'm not mistaken, this is a community where... they have like 3 projects, all kind of built into one. So let's see where the best place to start with some of this information is. I like to go to the announcements and see what the very first one is and kind of read this a little bit. So let's see. So Slim Hoods is one of the 3, which the team is associated with. The Slim Hoods channel remaining its subscription within. Okay. So this is giving me Galliverse vibes. If you've seen my video on Galliverse, it's kind of like a Discord server that's going to be home to Gal Yosef's all of his various projects. So it's not necessarily one collection of NFTs in the Discord. So definitely cool. So first things first, let's see what's going on with Slim Hoods. I want to get a reference point as far as, what price points we're talking about. Okay. 0.49, 0.46 rather. That's pretty good. We got animations. When did they come out? How long have they been trading? October 15th. So they've been around for a while. Looks like they didn't really have a ton of volume, ton of action going on until November. And then in the past few days, things have really been running up. I would imagine that has a lot to do with the Invisible Friends becoming super popular. So, okay, cool. That's really good value. I mean, honestly, that's like $2,000 of a floor price right there, and looks like they got a wide diversity. I like seeing a lot of unique holders in the collection because that just comes down to, if you have a low amount of unique holders of the collection, that means most people have more than one, which means they can easily sell one and still be a part of the collection. If you only have one NFT, then obviously it's going to be you're going to be less likely to get rid of it unless things really go bad or you really need liquidity, which just means that there's going to be less supply out there, and basic economics goes, lower supply with higher demand makes the value go up. So I like seeing a lot of unique holders, and So I don't know. I don't have it right now, but I'm actually going to be buying Nansen.ai, the subscription. It's $150 a month, and that's basically a NFT tool. If you aren't already aware of it, I'm looking at the chat. You just let me know if you want me to kind of go over to the website. But basically, it's an NFT tool that gives you a lot more of analytics behind projects. So it can tell you basically, it'll show you a list of how many NFTs per each holder of the collection has and stuff like that. And it's a really good place to kind of gauge, the unique holders and stuff like that of the supply. So definitely a cool tool. I'm going to be getting that very soon. I wish I had it right now because I would love to see, exactly how many people only hold one of these things, but clearly there's quite a bit. Okay, so Lucas Zanato, let's check him out. Let's see. First collection is Mood Rollers by Lucas and Marcus. So Lucas, okay, so these two are part of this collection. Let's see what this guy's got going on. Let's see his background. Lucas Zanotto. I like that he has his face out here. He's fully doxed. Designer artist. He's the founder of Yete. We make high quality apps for kids. Let's see if we can find his LinkedIn. I like going to LinkedIn because that is a very professional page where we can see his legitimate background as far as work experience goes. Okay, this is his kind of art portfolio. Let's see. Nexus Studios. Is this the same guy? Yeah. Okay, here we are. We got the same guy going on here. Cool. So, let's see what we got going on here. What's this guy up to? Isn't your standard animation director? He's won awards from Cannes. That's huge. I don't know much about the animation industry, but I know about Cannes. It's a big festival or like yearly award ceremony. So pretty impressive if he's won awards from there. That's always a good sign. Typically would imply that he has some, network or a strong set of connections in the industry, which really goes a long way. He released Yata Toy, an entertainment property designing. He also makes canoes. Cool. Okay, cool. So he's been a director at Nexus Studios. We'll take a look at a little bit of what's going on over there. Looks like he's doing that. So it looks like even though he's the founder of this, it's kind of like not a part-time thing, but his time is split between multiple companies. Not a bad thing at all. It definitely seems like he has a lot on his plate. I wonder if Yatatoi is not big enough of an income stream for him to support himself into as in it's his only thing that he does. It could be why he's a director at Nexus Studios. It could just be that he's passionate about both and wants to split his time. Might not be a money thing at all. Before that, looks like Troublemakers TV. So he's a commercial director. He was a freelance motion graphic artist. Okay, this guy looks legit. This guy looks very legit. A lot of director roles, which you never know. You'd have to look at company structure, but typically that would imply that he had some authority inside the company. He was kind of a high-ranking individual, an animation director. That was back in 2011. Let's see. Okay, so. Looks like he's been doing animation for probably 12 years minimum because he started at least here in May of 2010. Let's see if we can find where he went to school at and when he went to school. You know what? It doesn't matter. I feel comfortable with this guy. This is what I like to do. I like to go through their LinkedIn profiles. I want to see, do they have an extensive, history of work, 10, 12, 15, 20 years of work experience in their medium, aka animation in this situation. It definitely gives me confidence seeing that he's held high-ranking positions at multiple companies. Also a good thing. Nexus Studios. I've heard of Nexus Studios. Where have I heard of Nexus Studios? I want to say that someone from Primate Planet might have had some connection to Nexus Studios. Let's see. What's going on? Why do I know this company? Nexus Studios. Handcrafted tech. D&D. Okay. Total employees 200. Okay, well, Nonetheless, it's a big company. We got 200 plus employees. They've been doing a lot of work. I've heard that name before. I can't remember where. I would dig deeper. If I was going to be creating a video about Invisible Friends, which I likely will, I'll really dig deep. I spend a few hours, I spend hours and hours researching these guys in depth to really like uncover. I want to know if I was creating a video about this, and when I do, I'm not going to bore you, because I do want to try to make this somewhat entertaining and not really, really bore you with all the nitty gritty stuff that I'm interested in. But it would be important. I'd want to see, what notable companies that Nexus Studios has worked with, and all that good stuff to try to get a reference point of the caliber of individual we're talking about, right? So this Luca Zanato, he's one of the artists and team members on the Invisible Friends team. That is awesome. Love that he is doxxed. That is always a good place to start. And then we got Marcus Magnusson. Let's take a look at him a little bit. See what he's got going on. I'm sure he's got a lot going on. So, your internet friend working on Invisible Friends. I like that he has the behind you. Honestly, the artwork for Invisible Friends, it's so nice. It's like simple but crisp. Like, I don't know, I really dig it. You know what I mean? Like, and that's important. These things are so nice, man. They're so nice. Let me just see one more thing. Well, let's see. How many followers? We got 140,000 people wanting one of these bad boys. That's huge. That's huge. Oh my goodness. How many people are in the Discord? 109,000 people. Jesus Christ, that is amazing. This is going to be a big project, and I'm sure you already know that. And honestly, I don't even know if you're still here. I use OBS Studio to film and record, so I'm not actually in Facebook directly. I can see the chat, but I can't see if you're even with me, so I might just be talking to nobody here, and it's okay if I am. But this is going to be a really big project. So, okay, now we've established we got a legitimate audience. So my top three things when I'm looking at any project, I want to know who's behind it, the team. Do they have credibility? Do they have work experience? Do they have connections in the industry that are going to help spread the word and get some big name investors, people with money coming in here and kind of help and buy and create that volume that we want to look for? Second thing on the list, attention. How many people are interested in it, right? Even if you have big name people, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day if nobody's looking at the project, right? So how many people, and we want to try to, filter out if there's a lot of bots and if there's not a lot of bots. That's super important, because obviously bots aren't what we want. Bots aren't going to do what we need in regards to volume and creating that demand. We want human beings. So I really like that they have actually less Discord members than they do on Twitter. That's kind of an important thing. A lot of the times it's pretty easy to tell if a Discord is full of bots. If you see like say 100,000 people in the Discord and say 10,000 or even like 5,000 people on Twitter, most people in the NFT space that are going to be in a Discord are going to go and follow the Twitter as well, because a lot of the times a project will release alpha or news and things that a person that wants to get into the project is going to need and be looking out for on Twitter. And so most people do follow the Twitter if they're interested in a project. So I really like the numbers are matching up in a really positive way that leads me to believe that this is not full of bots and that we got actual people in here. So now I want to know, what's the whitelist like? How am I going to be able to mint one of these bad boys? Because I really want to. And I kind of know a little bit about it, but let's go ahead and start from scratch as if I don't. So where am I going to go to find that information? If I'm not mistaken, they've broken information up into the different projects. We're looking for Invisible Friends. So let's take a look over here. Invisible Friends announcements. What do we got going on? Whitelist by being a valuable community member or by holding slim hoods or mood. Okay. So looks like you can get into the whitelist by holding slim hoods and mood rollers. Let's go check out mood rollers real quick, see what the price is at. But that right there makes sense as to why we've seen a lot more volume and a lot of the price action in the recent history of slim hoods. When we looked at that, we saw that the price has been going up in the past few, let's say week, 2 weeks. That makes sense. People are probably buying them, trying to get a whitelist spot for Invisible Friends. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I was chatting in the Hate Beast community. If you're not in the Hate Beast Discord, you should go and join it. The voice channels, oh my goodness, you can learn so much. You can get so many, little hints and tricks about upcoming projects. It's really cool. It's a really great space to go and hang out with people that know a lot about the NFT industry and are really looking into it. But from what I heard, holding 2 of these isn't a guarantee whitelist spot. Otherwise, there'd probably be more people that would be on the whitelist than the actual spots available, just because everybody would go and buy a couple of these and get on it. So, okay. kind of getting bouncing around here, let's really quick, just take a look at the price of mood rollers just to get an idea of how much it would cost to buy one of each of these. Okay, so they're both right in the 0.4, 0.5 price range. So you're looking at about, 1 Ethereum to get one of each of these after we consider gas and everything else. So that's a pretty expensive price point right there. And I would not be surprised if a lot of people have purchased and invested that amount of money just to get on the Invisible Friends. Honestly, I think the Invisible Friends project is going to be the largest of these three, Slim Hoods, Mood Rollers, and then Invisible Friends. It's going to be the largest because it does not seem like these other two projects are going to be. Oh yeah, absolutely, dude. Thank you, dude, girl. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm glad that you're still here. But it definitely seems like Invisible Friends is going to be way bigger than both of these projects. It looks like the attention that Invisible Friends has gotten has propped up, or rather, kind of built up the floor price of the other two projects. So if I'm going to just spit out a ballpark number that I would expect the floor of Invisible Friends to be at, I'm going to say between 1 and 3 Ethereum in the first week to 2 weeks. But let's go and see how we can get a hold of it, and then we'll kind of wrap up here and we can go into Hape, because Hape is, as of right now, my number one project. Of all the projects I've seen, it's going to be, I am convinced it is going to be the next Bored Ape Yacht Club of 2022. Bored Ape Yacht Club came out in May of 2020. Hey, I have gotten the Hape list spot. Thank you for joining us, Ishan. I have been Hape listed. I am not OG. I want to be OG. MFers. Oh, thank you guys for joining in. See, I don't know how many of us are here right now, but I will add MFers to the list. But yes, I do have a Hape list roll. I got it about 2 weeks into it. It was back the first week in November, so I've had it for quite a while now. I've been in the Hape Beast Discord since late October. Right around Halloween is when I got in there. But yeah, hey, what's up, Mito? How's it going, man? I'm going to be getting back to you soon, for real. It's just been a really busy weekend with everything going on, but glad to see you here. So anyways, let's wrap things up with Invisible Friends. I want to know two things. I want to know if it's a whitelist only, if there's a public mint, and exactly how we can get on there. I know there's a lot of demand. I also know at the beginning of Invisible Friends coming out, the main way of getting into the whitelist was going to be through creating fan art and whatnot. But I think they've kind of expanded the requirements of getting into the whitelist to just kind of being a genuine contributing member of the community, which is very common right now. It's kind of the latest trend of this past month in the NFT space, being handpicked. So let's just see. Okay, Invisible FAQ. How can I get participating in mini games? Level 10. Cool. Common. Let's see. Let's look out fan art. Okay, being a contributing member, bringing a good vibe. Marbles, looks like they're doing Marbles. The Marbles game, if you're not familiar, it's a Twitch game. Live streaming is basically kind of like a random chance type of game. So that's just like a random giveaway in essence. Okay. 5,000 of them will be minted in February. We don't know the price. They will be on ETH. Great. Love ETH. That's where the whales are at. We'll check out the website in just 2 seconds. Okay, so here we go. Here's the answer to the question. 2,500 of the spots is reserved for those who hold those two. So I would just have to imagine that having one of each of the other two NFTs is going to be helpful, but not a guaranteed whitelist spot. Okay, this is super important. 1 mint per whitelist spot. That's huge, okay? So if we take a look at some of these past projects like Crypto Bulls or, say, Primate Planet, when you have whitelist spot holders having more than 1 mint, that they can get more than 1 mint, you're going to get, initially, you're going to get a lot of lower floor price. It's going to kind of hold the floor down a little bit, and the reason being is that, say you have okay, we'll talk about Crypto Bulls as a great example. Mint price was 0.2, right? Let's say my personal experience in it, I had 0.4 in my wallet, right? So technically I could mint 2, but after you factor in gas, I couldn't really afford 2. But I could mint 2 because I was on the whitelist. I minted 1. I flipped it immediately on the secondary market for about 0.5, got good profits there. Then I had enough liquidity to go and mint a second, and I held that second. That's what a lot of people are going to do because it's only smart. And I would recommend doing this no matter what project you're in. If you have the ability to mint more than 1 NFT in a project, you should mint one and sell it for quick profit, because what you want to do is cover your risk, right? You don't want to be fully exposed if you don't have to be. I would take profits. Now you're kind of playing with house money in essence, right? You're not playing with your original capital. You're using the profits you've earned off that first sale to get reinvested. And now if you lose money, you still walk away with a little bit more than you started with. So your risk is much lower than it would be if you minted two and then didn't take any profits at all, because you never know. Teams and projects, they can make so many mistakes, right? We saw it with Metroverse. The team scraped metadata, swiped the rares off the market pre-reveal. That caused a lot of issues. So many things can happen. So many things can happen that even if you think a project is guaranteed to be big and successful, you just never know what could happen, and it could fail. So it's always good to minimize your risk as much as possible. So when I see that there's only one mint per whitelist spot, that's huge, because what that's going to mean is that people are not going to be able to just quickly flip to take profit and mint a second. They get one opportunity to sell that thing if they're going to at all. So in this situation, whereas Primate Planet and Cryptables, we saw low floors at first, and then they start building up as minting was sold out, as people have taken their profits, and now we're waiting for the pre-reveal dip, or post-reveal dip rather. This one, we're going to see a high floor right off the bat, and it's probably going to stay pretty stable. And so I'm not going to see probably a minting dip. Typically, the first person who mints is going to list it at a price. They're going to set the market price, and then more people are going to come along, undercut it, take that quick profit, mint a second, and then it'll slowly build up as it sells out, right? With this type of thing, we're not going to see that same pattern. It's probably going to continue to build up, and floor price is going to be higher than most projects until the reveal happens. Then you'll have people selling their common ones. They might buy a few more pre-reveal. They're going to sell off their common ones, and there'll be a nice dip. Probably going to be a lot of new people in here, panic selling. They're going to see that floor dip from whatever it is, get scared, try to take profits quickly. There's going to be a lot of action like that, and then it'll slowly climb back up. So that's really good for everybody when there's only one mint per whitelist spot. Let's see. Okay, so 100% whitelist. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next project so I don't spend all the time on Invisible Friends. This is going to be a huge project going into 2022. It mints in February. I like that they're taking their time. They're being patient. They're not rushing into it. That's a really good sign. It's always a little bit of a red flag when the team rushes into a project, just trying to take that money and kind of do whatever they're going to do with it. It's good to take your time. You're going to minimize the chance of mistakes being made. One mint per whitelist, huge. Value is going to be high with all the attention. I'm forecasting, I would say that this is going to be, and this is just a prediction. This doesn't mean anything, so don't take my word for it. But if I was to guess, I would say these are probably going to go somewhere between 1.5 and 5 Ethereum in the first 2 weeks of trading. Let's see what happens. I'm keeping my eye on it. I'm going to try my best to get a whitelist spot on this project because I think this is going to be big. Okay, let's take a look at the chat, see what everyone's saying here. And So Craig the Plague, a couple tips. So I can speak from experience. I agree it is super hard to get whitelist spot and Hate Beast. And then Shara, go ahead and let me know what we'll switch over to Hate Beast. I've covered it so many times I don't want to spend much time there because I've made like 3-4 videos about that project already. But my tips and advice, what I personally did, I made a bunch of fan art. I talked, make friends in there. Go in there, have genuine conversations, make some friends that every time you pop into the Discord, you can recognize each other, say what's up. The team members like to see that because at the end of the day, we want to build a tight-knit community. You don't just want to be talking randomly, spamming, just saying random crap to kind of make it look like you're having genuine conversations. So that's good. Try to just get creative. So I made some crossword puzzles. I tried to put together quizzes. I came up with an idea. I came up with an idea where I made a Where's Waldo style picture with Hate Beasts hidden throughout, just different things like that. Spend time in the voice channels with your camera on, and you'll make friends and build connections that way, and they'll help kind of support you and shout you out and get mods' attentions. Just literally do every single thing you possibly can think of, and it's going to take time. It took 2 weeks for me to get my whitelist spot, about 2,000 messages, probably about 10 to 15 pieces of fan art, and just I had like 5-10 friends where every single time I was in the Discord, I could see them, recognize them. We would chat, we would talk, we knew each other, we would talk about personal things. It was really cool, and I got lucky. Like I logged on one day and my name was yellow and I was on the whitelist. I don't know exactly what did it for me, but that's my best advice for you. And I know that's what everyone says, and that's all it really takes. A little bit of luck, but that's what I got for you, right? I hope that you guys get on the whitelist spot because I've been extremely patient. There's plenty of spots left, so keep pushing, keep trying, and I hope that you can get on there with me, man. I've been trying. Yeah, and when I was in there, it was like 150 to 200,000 members, which was already huge. Now we're like pushing 500K. So I realize it's more difficult. Bounce around in all the different channels. Don't just stay in general chat. The team really does monitor a lot of the different channels. So there's plenty of opportunity. I'm going to answer examine relaxing. How do you get whitelist for invisible friends? So basically what we just saw before I move on to the next project, just to answer your question, genuine contribution, fan art, making friends, making connections in the community, retweeting and being active on Twitter. It's kind of the same old thing that a lot of projects are doing right now. Basically getting in there, just talking with people, try to stand out, do things that you think you should do to kind of build up the community and make some tight-knit connections. It also will help you if you own a Slim Hood and a Mood Roller. Is that the name of the two projects? If you own one of each of the other NFTs that's associated with this project, that's going to help you out too. It doesn't seem like that's going to be a guaranteed way to get the whitelist. So that's the answer to that. Examine relaxing. And all that information is going to be under the Invisible Friends channel here. The information and the FAQ going to be the two best places to jump in and get caught up. So let's see what else people are saying. More or less same question. I've been involved in hate for a long, so I want to get some advice in general. Yeah, man, be creative because you want to stand out. That's the whole thing, right? Like you want to catch the team's eye. And the only way you're going to do that is if you get creative and do things that you haven't seen done before, right? One person I saw and I don't know if people are still doing this. I saw a dude, and I don't know if it ended up getting him a whitelist spot, but it definitely got him a lot of attention. He jumped roped he did like 1,000 jump ropes live on stream, and a bunch of people were joining in, hyping him up. There's people counting. Like, it was really cool. Like, if you can just like think of something like that, that's just totally off the wall, like different than what anyone else is doing, and like that's the thing. Just get as creative as you possibly can and do something that really catches the eye, but no one thing that you're going to do is going to get you that spot. It's going to be a combination of a lot of different things, and it will take time. It's not like you can go in there on day one, do something insane, get the attention of a mod, you're going to get the spot. It's going to take a lot of work. So keep that in mind. Don't give up. Stay positive. And no matter what, hopefully one way or another, whether you get whitelist spot or not, you can be a part of the community in one way or another. And like I say, the voice channels in there, you got so many people that hang out in there, constantly have people in there. They're so smart. And even if you don't get a whitelist spot for Hate Beast, you can learn so much about the NFT space and industry that you might be able to get into another really great project and have some success there. So even, just don't give up no matter what. Hang out in there. It's an amazing community, probably the best community that I've seen thus far, hands down, in the NFT space. So that's my advice to you. Let's see what we got going on here. Any other things? So we've been talking about Hate Beast. So MFers. Let's see. Who asked about MFers? Okay, David Fernandez. I don't know if you're still in here. I've never heard of MFers. Let's see what we got going on, what we can find about that. So when I'm looking for a new project, I just type it in NFT on Google. Okay. So I've never heard of this collection. So this is 100% raw. These are like the first things I do when I'm looking at a new collection. Okay. Right off the bat, artwork. It's cool. Nothing crazy, nothing high res, nothing insane. 0.11, decent floor price. They're hand drawn by Sartoshi. Okay. So let's see the activity. When did this mint? Looks like it minted right at the end of November. Price action has been on the slow decline, couple bumps here and there. We still got some good volume. That's a lot of sales in the past hour. Also, some of these extensions I just found. This is another thing. I found some really cool extensions thanks to guys in the Hate Beast voice channel. Trait Sniper is a nice one. It shows rarity ranking and stuff like that. And then there's also, what is this called? Super C. It'll, if you go to your profile, it'll show you like estimated value of your portfolio and all sorts of really cool things like that. So if you'd like, I can share some of these extensions that I'm using. Yeah, examine relaxing, dude. Congratulations on OG. I mean, when that's insane. I personally want 2 hate beasts, and I'm gonna do whatever I possibly can to get them. But like, Hate Beast is going to change my life and I think everyone else's lives that get that NFT. Like, I do YouTube and do all this stuff in my part-time, and I'm working as hard as I possibly can to get full-time into this stuff. The amount, I'm expecting a 10 Ethereum floor in the first like day or two of that minting, and that amount of money is more money than I've ever had. Like, it's going to change my entire life. So, dude, congratulations to you, Examine Relaxing, that you got OG spot. I'm working hard for it too. But yeah, like you said, just got to be creative, got to stand out. So anyways, going back to MFers. Let's see. They don't have anything listed here. So let's see if we can find them on Twitter, see what their community is about. Let's see who asked. Who asked about this? David Fernandez. David, if you're still in here, drop another comment. And if you are in here, I'll continue diving into it and let you know what's going on here. But otherwise, I'll see if anyone else wants to check out some other projects as well. Sartoshi. So that's the guy who created it. Okay. So damn, that's a big following right there. More than I was expecting for the floor price. I want to see, like I say, there's a lot of activity, but it's not showing. I'd come back and check this tomorrow and kind of see like how many sales. Like, I wonder if if something happened to where it got kind of pumped up. What is my thing? Okay, here we go. So, unofficial MFverse. My Discord, my name is Matt Will Made It, and then NFT Garden. Let's see. How do I show my profile? Dude, I don't want stream mode enabled. Okay, well, it's Matt Will Made It. Yeah, it's Matt Will Made It. So, let's see. How can I do this? I want to show you guys like the actual. Okay, there it is. Matt Will Made It, and then this little line, NFT Garden number 5971. That's my Discord name. Shoot me a friend request. Happy to talk to you in there. Also, just a little bit of alpha for you guys, because like I said in my Twitter, I am not posting this video on my actual page. This is just live. This is just me hanging out, very low key, kind of, building up some connections with my community. I am working very hard. I'm going to be coming out with my own Discord server here soon. And essentially what I want to do there is build a community of people that we can all kind of share advice, tips and tricks and tactics to become successful together in the NFT space. And I'll also very soon be coming out with a Patreon. It is going to kind of have a hefty price tag, and that'll grant you exclusive access into channels where I do basically trading strategies and breakdowns about projects and stuff like that. So it's going to be really cool. It's going to be coming out very soon, probably by the end of January. I'll have that worked out. Everything that I do with this channel, I'm taking my time. I'm not rushing it. I want to make sure that when I produce something like a Discord or a Patreon, that I do it in a way that it is going to provide my community as much value as I possibly can provide, right? So I don't want to rush into it. So I'm taking my time. But yeah, definitely keep an eye out for that. It's going to be a pretty cool place. I was initially going to do a private Discord and only allow Patreon users in there, but I decided to kind of scratch that. It's going to be an open public Discord, but there will be channels like where I do breakdowns and analysis and trading tactics for different projects. That's going to be something exclusive to Patreon members, but regardless, it should be a really cool place to hang out and learn from each other. Well done. Hey, thank you so much, Shara. Thank you. Yeah, I would tag mods. I like, the thing is they're getting pings so much that even if you tag them, it doesn't really guarantee that you'll see it. My suggestion to you would be, and everyone's trying to do this, but if you see a mod actively chatting in a channel, especially like non-general chat, I can't remember if they still have the slow or the chill chat. Let's see if they do. I hope they do, because I loved hanging out in the chill chat. Yeah, they got chill chat. This is a nice place to hang out. It's like not quite as fast paced as the general channel, and mods definitely hang out in here. Try like talking with them, you know, like instead of like posting your fan art and tagging them in them, which is a good idea, but like try to have a conversation with them as much as possible. Literally just like go in there and try to make some friends, like, and try to be genuine about it. Like actually try to make legitimate friends with these people. And it definitely helps, because basically what you want to do is get your name in their mind, you know, so that when they see you, they recognize you. That's what you want. So talk to them, tag them, whatever you need to do. And of course, it's not going to guarantee you a spot, but at the end of the day, just do whatever you can so that your name is in their head. And then when you got so many people chatting and all this stuff, like our brains can only process so much information as a human being. So like when you're looking at it, it's hard to kind of pick out every single name. But when you've had conversations with the mods, that's more likely that they will recognize your messages when they're being posted in these chat channels. So yeah, definitely think that will help. Absolutely, Shara. Let's see what we got. Anything else? So MFers, let's kind of wrap up what's going on over here. I definitely think MFers is cool. I wouldn't be surprised if it continues to do well. They have a lot of people on their Twitter and everything like that. Let's see what we got going on. Foundation artwork, super rare, Nifty Gateway. So is this guy? I don't know if Fernandez is even in here still, because he asked me to look into this project, but this guy seems like he has a connection to CryptoPunks, which is cool. Let's see. Let's join their Discord and just quickly see what's going on. See what's going on here. Okay. Okay, I don't want to hate on them. I like an extensive verification process when I join a Discord, because I join this and I have full reign over the entire Discord here, right? So if I was a bot, I could very easily get in here. Let me actually leave and join again, because they don't have a number of people, like a running total. Let's do that again. Normally like when you're going to join it, it'll say how many members. Okay, so what is going on here? This kind of throws a little bit of a red flag for me, because you got 90,000 people on Twitter, you got 1,700 members. Well, and this is the officially unofficial. I don't know what's going on with this project. I mean, I think it's cool. It's definitely cool. And all, if it has connections to CryptoPunks, that's important. Maintaining a 0.1, I mean, that's valuable. I would like to know what they meant to that. Is this one that I am going to keep in my top 10 or even top 10? I'm probably not going to keep focusing on this one. It just, I don't know. There's nothing that immediately grabs me to be like, wow, this is going to be a crazy project going into 2020. They have a ton of potential, right? Because some of the numbers throw red flags. Some of the other things, yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Ishan. It seems sus. Like, it definitely seems sus. You can buy bots on Twitter super easily. You can buy bots on Discord. 90,000 Twitter followers, 1,700 Discord members. The artwork's nothing crazy. Looks like a kid's doodle, which is probably the point. I don't know. I'm not a buyer. I'm not a fan. So there's so many other amazing projects out there that it's hard to even waste any time on something like this, in my opinion. I mean, there's just too many. So do we have any other suggestions from the chat? Otherwise, I'm going to move on to my list that I put together right here, and we can start going through some of these ones right here. Let's see. Oxia Origins is one I really want to check out. CO1 is one that's been gaining a ton of traction. It only came out a few days ago. Crypto Bats, Ozzy Osbourne is a part of this. He's on the team. Obviously, Ozzy's not leading it. He's not developing it, but he is a member on the team. So that is pretty cool. Always cool to have a celebrity influence in there. Metroverse. I'm trying to remember what that one was. That one's really nice. Ishan, are you asking about MFers or a different project? I'll give you a minute to just respond. as I drink some coffee. Just in case you are talking about MFers, I already left the chat or left the thing. Let's see. I mean, they should have a website. Is this it? Is this all we got as a website? I don't know. I mean, that looks cool and all, but yeah, I'm not seeing much good stuff about this project, to be honest. Links, new MFers, collab join, Plaza. Yeah, this project. Yeah, I don't think they have a roadmap. They have like almost no information at all. I have no clue what's going on here. And that's not a good sign. You want to be very clear and concise and to the point about what's going on with your project. And I said it earlier for those who, my top 3 things that make or break a project: team, are they credible? Do they have legitimate experience? Do they have real world connections to help prop up their product? Do they have attention? Real live people, not bots, actually interested in the project and the NFTs. And then finally, utility. You have to provide people a reason to hold on to your NFT. Otherwise, it will only be quickly flipped on the secondary market. And, that's cool and all for a quick buck. But at the end of the day, it doesn't provide much value to the actual members of the community or the holders of the artwork. So I see nothing about this project that makes me feel like it's worth anything, to be honest. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this server. We're done. MFers not on my hot list of projects that I think are very good. So we're gonna move on. Unless I see another comment, I'm happy to check out any projects that you guys throw out here. Let's take a look at Oxia Origin, because I had a buddy, one of my friends, that we kind of throw each other cool projects. He sent me this yesterday. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, there's been this new trend the past like 2 days where you join a Discord and you have to get like a code to verify yourself, or you can go like a without a code channel. It's overcomplicated, and I don't know what is going on with it. So I hope more projects don't kind of use it. I know this one did that. And there's like a YouTube video showing you how to get into the Discord. It's like you shouldn't have to put together a 5-minute long YouTube video just to kind of explain to people how to even get into the Discord. That's my one little hiccup with it. Otherwise, I'm going to just see what he told me, a little summary about it. Artists work for Netflix, Marvel, and Pixar, apparently. So I could see why there's attention being put on it. That's the whole Prime Ape thing. Their artists were from Marvel and Disney and whatnot, which is definitely cool. Honestly, I don't think the team... It's a successful project. Like, don't get me wrong. Prime Apes is a successful project. But if you guys saw on my community thing, I posted like a write-up about it. They didn't post a roadmap. Overall, felt a little bit rushed. I don't see much reason for people to hold on to it in the long term. Like with crypto bulls, of course, people are incentivized to hold on to it because they're going to be getting airdropped a new NFT, a bear. And the artist behind it, Gal Yosef, is a contemporary artist. Like, his career is in art. So, a lot of people hold his artwork just because they're big fans of the artist himself. Primate Planets, the artists come from notable backgrounds, Disney, Marvel, whatnot, which is awesome. So they carry that big name, but otherwise they're not like well-known artists in the contemporary artist space. And then also, I haven't yet seen why to hold on to it other than holding a piece of art that is created by one of those people, right? So a little bit of an issue there. Obviously, they've been extremely successful. Last I checked, they're right under a 2 Ethereum floor. I mean, $8,000 is a pretty good price tag. So I'd call them successful. Anyways, let's get back into Oxia Origin. I'm really interested to see what's going on. So I want to see artist background. Lori Guintrand. God, I'm so bad at pronouncing names. So guys, forgive me. That's like my one of my many flaws, is that I don't know how to pronounce names very well. During the launch of the project, we will introduce you to the different artists. Okay, cool. So for those who have been following me, on the second day that Primate Planet came out, I had already found all 3 of the main artists behind the project. Nobody else found these other 2 artists everyone only knew Curtis Daw. I also found Travis Smith and Chris Hogstead before anybody else. So looks like there's a handful of artists in this project, and at least as far as I'm seeing, I don't see the other ones that have been docked. So let's see if we can figure out the other artists in this project right now. That'll be fun, and I'll show you guys how I do it. It's a little bit of sleuthing online. So Lori is the head artist behind this project. She has worked and created stuff for Avengers Endgame, The Witcher, which I'm currently watching right now. It's a pretty good show. It's kind of hard to follow, but pretty good show. Other animations for Gucci, Arcane, League of Legends, The Jungle Book, Iron Man, Love, Death Robot. I love that show. That is such a good Netflix show. If you guys haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. She's been working over 10 years now. PlayStation, that's cool. Witcher during her time. Okay, cool. Let's check this stuff out and let's see what's going on. So I want to see her first like drop logo. Man, that is gorgeous. Jeez, absolutely amazing artwork right there. Okay. So how I found concept art done. Okay. So this was the first one. Oh, okay. So it's going to be an RPG. Okay, cool. I was kind of wondering when they said PlayStation as a part of her background. I was kind of curious if they're going to come out with any type of like game aspect of the NFT project, which of course, I think gaming is going to be the first form of utility that's really going to draw in the mainstream population into this NFT space, and then we'll diversify out into other, less boring things. This project is dope. Yeah, I agree, Ishan. I like the artwork and everything. I mean, this is badass, man. And the fact that she has experience working with PlayStation, what I would love to see is who is the game developer behind this? Will we get a AAA level game developer to produce this game? If so, that's good. That's good stuff right there. So, who is this person? Okay, this is her. So we're going back and forth. So, with a tiny problem with details. Let's see if we can find. Honestly, it was pretty easy to find the other three artists for Primate Planets. I'm kind of shocked nobody else did, because in Curtis Dawes' individual personal Instagram, he had said that he was working with these other two guys, and then I figured it out that way. So I want to see, like, did she leave where she was working to full time this project? Moving picture company. Okay, key artist, modeling concept. Okay. Not authorized to talk about current projects. And then she was freelance. Okay. Did they put together this company for the project, Oxia Origins? No, it's a huge company, 4,900 employees. I was going to say, like, maybe it's a small company, brand new, with a handful of employees. Maybe we could figure out the other artists behind it in that way. Ghostbusters. This one's going to be more difficult, I believe. They're doing a good job. Okay, let's see what else we got going on. See if we can find any tips or hints at who might be there. So let's see what their roadmap's going. What's going on? A Genesis collection. Okay, cool. So they're going to have multiple NFT collections, which is common. They're going to have lands, properties down the road. Very curious, will this be airdropped to holders of the Genesis collection? I think that's always a really great way to provide holders utility and value and a reason to hold, right? Utility, third part of my top 3 things that make a successful project. You got to give your holders a reason to hold on to that NFT, some form of value. And so airdropping plots of land is a huge one. Now, I haven't talked about biopills in a long time. For new people in the space, go and check out biopills. They minted a long time ago. They have done a phenomenal job maintaining value and providing more and more value to holders. Biopills is a really cool project. They're working on a game. It's probably getting fairly close to that game coming out. I think it's like Q2 of 2022, maybe Q1. It's going to be really good. But they basically have airdropped multiple NFTs. Biopills was the Genesis collection. Then people got Bio Keys, which they used with a Biopill to mint an Apostle, which is like the 3D character. That 3D character then was able to, they were airdropped Bio Vapes, and holders of Bio Vapes and the Genesis collection got plots of land in the metaverse. I mean, they continually, in all of these NFTs in that Biopills collection are sitting at about a 0.4, 0.5 ETH floor minimum. The Biopills now are at 0.8. It's just crazy to think that like a couple months ago I was trading them at like 0.16 to 0.2 and stuff. It's just that project, not very many projects stand the test of time in the NFT industry, but that one has done an incredible job doing it. So I am still super bullish on the long term of that project. Honestly, of all the projects that I've been involved in, like there's only a couple that I would actually like to hold in my portfolio long term, and Biopills is on that list. Most of the other ones are kind of quick flips or medium term trades, right? Like if I could, and I'm still keeping an eye, I'm forecasting it right now. Once Prime Ape Planet reveals on January 3rd, I believe is when they just announced the reveal, we're going to see a heavy dip in that floor price. I'm going to see what I can do to maybe snag one at that point in time. We'll probably see a rebound back up. Like Cryptables, what happened was they minted at 0.2, floor was sitting about 0.4. Moving up into the pre-reveal, we saw a peak of 1.4, died down to about a 1.19 floor. Reveal happened, they dipped as low. Somebody was able to buy a Cryptable right after reveal at 0.35, and then in the following 3 days, it ran up to 3.5 to 4 Ethereum. And then again, I mentioned this a little bit earlier, they've stabilized around a 2 ETH floor. So I'm hoping a similar pattern takes place with Prime Ape Planet. And I don't have a ton of Ethereum right now. I have almost no liquidity. I have a couple investments recently that I'm hoping, pay off, of course. But I would love to try to snag a Prime Ape in that post-reveal dip. But anyways, I'm getting off track. Let's focus back in on the Oxia roadmap. So we got Origin, just under 8,000. Collab and Conquer, playable. Cool. I want to know when that's going to be playable. Have they already began working on the game where we'll be able to play it soon after mint? Is this a longer term thing we'll have to wait for? I'm not sure. I want to know. Metroverse, yeah, they're on my list, man. Metroverse is on my list. Check it out. So Metroverse is right here. I'm hyped too. That artwork looks so good. Gives me Nanoverse vibes, which is a very successful project, as we know. More recent one. Interfaces, also hyped for that. So we'll jump over and check those out in just a minute. So we got this. Introducing the land, Q2. And I wonder if this is like Q2 of 2022 or just kind of, the stages of their roadmap. First monthly quest, they got lands, they got a utility token. I wonder if they'll form a DAO. What is that utility token going to be used for? Legendary animals, maybe that's the third collection. Lands, animals, I don't know. That's pretty cool. Revealed. Oxia Dungeon. Q3, breeding and Genesis lands, rewards, risk hunter, playable. This is cool. Okay, so I'm sold. This is going to be Oxia Origin. I believe is going to be a really big project, based off of the artist obviously coming with her notable background. Marvel, Netflix, PlayStation. PlayStation is huge because they're trying to build a game. So again, AAA developers hopefully at least has some connections in that industry to make a nice playable game. They got a solid roadmap. Looks like plenty of airdrops or value that they'll be providing to holders, so that will be good. We got nice long-term value being provided here. Nice clear roadmap, like they're actually telling you what the hell is going on. Always nice. Let's see what it takes to get on the whitelist, then we'll move on to interfaces and Metroverse, because I've seen Metroverse a little bit, but I want to look deeper into it and learn a little bit more. So we have two privileged clubs, whitelist, OG whitelist, pretty common. Every day we will manually observe. Okay, so So this is just yet another hand-picked whitelist. That's the trend. That's the late November, December trend. Hand-picked whitelist to people who are contributing to the community. So I mean, I think it's really difficult, in my opinion, in the sense that there's so many projects to keep an eye on that, spending the amount of time necessary to get onto some of these whitelists is hard. You really kind of have to give up. You have to kind of pick what project you're going to be really diving into, unless you just get lucky. But I don't know what I like. I want to get on the Interfaces whitelist. I want to get on the Invisible Friends whitelist, Oxia, Origin, CO1. I mean, all of these projects, but I don't have enough time to do it. So it's so difficult to pick one to really focus your time and energy on. I got to kind of pick one. And I don't know if I'll be able to do it in this video. We're already at an hour and stuff, but like I would like to go ahead and maybe filter it down to like one or two projects of all the ones I'm looking at right now and really dedicate my time there. I'm going to be coming out with a new video probably in the next few days, another like 5 projects that are going to be huge in 2022. All the ones we've looked at today are going to be on there. So Metroverse probably will get on there. Interface is definitely going to be on. Well, actually, Interface is within my last one, so probably not going to do that again, even though I do think it's going to be a huge one. We'll cover more in depth about Oxia Origin. I mentioned earlier the Crypto Bats by Ozzy Osbourne is a really interesting one. I don't know much about it other than Ozzy Osbourne's on the team, so I want to see what's going on there. But again, huge name celebrity, always a good thing. So to get on whitelist, be engaged, helpful, active. I hate it's guys. Hit me up on freaking Discord. Like I hate having invite as a requirement. I mean, I totally get it for spreading the word about the project and growing the community, but gosh dang it, man. Inviting friends, like it just feels like a low quality contribution at the end of the day. And also this whole like put Oxia, like do I really have to go buy Nitro just to get on your whitelist? Like really, is that what we're prioritizing right now? Because like, I mean, especially me, I mean, you guys is probably different, but like I'm a YouTuber and stuff. Like my name, I have NFT Garden in my Discord name. Like I don't want to change it to one project name. Like it's just hard for me to justify doing so. And I don't have Nitro, so I can't just go and change my name. It's just I don't know. I'm really not a big fan of the invite requirements and the name requirements. It just is frustrating a little bit. But I'm glad inactive members will lose their role. It's a very common theme for people to spend a ton of time hyping up a project, getting their spot, and then just bouncing, moving on to the next one as soon as they do. So cool. Spend some time in here. Whitelist, same as many others. Let's go take a look at Metroverse. Let's see what's going on here. Oh wait, actually one more thing. Release soon, so we don't know an exact mint date for that project, Oxia Origin. Okay, let's take a look at Metroverse, see what's going on here. I'm a huge fan of the like 3D land style, metaverse style NFTs. They look so good. And the artwork on this one just looks so clean. 50,000 members. It's awesome. They're doing AMAs. Great way to build credibility and trust with your community. Let's see. Mint date, January. We don't know an exact date. At least maybe we don't right now. 0.1 Ethereum. Very affordable. FAQ. Let's see what's going on. Land-based strategy game. Play to earn. Collect, trade, stake your city blocks. Grow your neighborhood. Earn the Met utility token. Everyone's unique. ERC 721. That's great. Gold standard. Okay. NFTs, gaming, DeFi. It's cool. I mean, I love that they're providing utility, a game, DeFi, gaming, all that's really great. But honestly, at this point in time, that alone, I mean, everyone is making a game. Everyone's making a metaverse. So this is why team members is so important. Who is on their team? Are they going to be able to, like achieve what they're saying they're going to? We believe in these are their two. Okay, they partnered with an indie game design studio. We will dive in and figure out exactly what studio that is, see some of their past games, and we already got a couple team members that we can go ahead and look in. So as soon as I'm done with this, we'll dive into that studio. We'll figure out who it is. project is inspired by Wolf Game, Parallels, very successful. So many spin-offs of Wolf Game, and Gary V just tweeted about Wolf Game yesterday, so I'm sure the floor price just jumped up for that in the past day. Our passion for Sim City, so I wonder if that's what they're going for, is like a Sim City style blockchain game. That would be pretty cool. 8x8 grid. Okay, so public buildings like football stadium stuff are the rare traits. Roll. So they have staking, a staking mechanic. 420, marijuana friendly. Okay, I'll look into all this nitty gritty stuff, but I really want to know more of the broader stuff. Okay, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got going on. Team. Let's see the team. OG Hedgehog, that was one. Growth and community, Ukraine born. This is cool. I want to know. They didn't link their like Twitters or anything. Or did they? Am I speaking too soon? Let's take a look at their Twitter real quick. Let's see what's happening over here. 49K. So this is great. This is what I was talking about at the beginning of the stream. The numbers line up. They got 50K members in the Discord, 49K on Twitter. Pretty confident those aren't bots. It's really good. It's what we want to see. We want to see the numbers lining up and making sense to us. Otherwise, it's probably bots. Okay, cool. So I like that they're doing these games. They've done a couple of them before. Once I'm done with the stream, I'm gonna hop into the Hape Beast voice channel. I will join it right at the end of the stream. So if you guys want to hop in it with me. Oh damn, yeah, Ishan. There's not many left. It's gonna be a hard one to get on. I wish we were all rich and had enough Ethereum to buy the floor. Maybe you are. I'm not. But yeah. And it's happening fast. It's happening really fast. The Oxia Origin. I feel like they didn't come out very long ago. So I don't want to say they're rushing it. I mean, but things are moving fast. Nonetheless, I'm sure it's possible to still get in there, but definitely very difficult to do. Metroverse, though. Metroverse seems like there's definitely some opportunities. They have these games where you guess the buildings. You do a tweet. You might get picked as a spot. So when I am done with this stream, which we're going to wrap up fairly soon, I hope you guys have enjoyed it so far. I mean, I've loved hanging out with you guys. I really appreciate you all tuning in with me and hanging out. But I want to do more of these. Like I said, I've said this multiple times. This video is not getting uploaded on my channel. This is just like a little casual hangout for me to get to know you guys, kind of show you how I research and look into projects, kind of talk about it. So at the end of the stream, I will go and join a Hape Beast voice channel, and then we'll all together start looking and trying to come up with the answers to this little quiz here. So if that's something you guys are interested in, go and join the Hape Beast Discord. I'm sure you already are in there, and we'll pick a good voice channel with plenty of spots left, and we can all hang out in there. But these are really cool. This artwork just looks freaking awesome. I love it. I just love it. I love the Nanoverse. I love this like block metaverse style artwork. Metroverse is going to be big too, man. That's the thing. It's like, so I started trading NFTs in May. May is when I bought my first NFT. Started looking at the space in April. And back then, like, it was so hard to find a quality project. Like, almost all of them were shit, and there were very few actual good ones. Now, there are so many good ones that it's like hard to pick the ones that you really want to put your time into, because like I say, now they're all like handpicked whitelist spots, so you really have to dedicate a lot of time. But there's so many good ones. Like right now there's probably 10 or 20 of them out there that haven't minted yet that are going to be well over like a 1 Ethereum floor off of like a 0.1 0.2 mint. I mean, that's going to be awesome. It's definitely a very nice time to be in the NFT space, because let me tell you, I've lost a lot of money this past year from investing in projects that looked good on paper but ended up being failures. But that's how it goes, right? You lose some, you win some, and we learn from it. And that's why I created this YouTube channel to share with you guys the lessons I've learned so that hopefully you don't lose money the way I did. And very soon we're gonna be making 2022 is gonna be a huge year. Ishan, thank you so much for joining us today. I don't know if you're here still, but man, it's been great talking with you via the chat. Really appreciate you guys all hanging out with me today. Again, I'm on OBS Studio. I have no clue if any people are still in here hanging out with me, but if you are, I really appreciate each and every one of you. You guys are awesome. You're making my dreams come true of being a YouTuber. So Metroverse, what can I say? It's going to be an awesome one. And like I say, I'm going to put together another top 5 projects video soon, and in that video I'll really take the time to dig deep, and I'm going to try to figure out the indie game studio that's producing the Metroverse. Was that this one? Yeah, it was this one. Yeah. I'm going to put together, and I'll figure that information out for you guys. I don't want to bore you. And also say hello to my beautiful girlfriend in the back. Anyways, let's see. Should we do one more, or should I hop into the Hate Beast Discord and just chat with you guys there, and we can do the quiz from Metroverse? Yeah, I want to do one more. If anyone's here with me, let's look at CO1. This one is really fresh. And there's plenty of whitelist spots left. Look at this. We got 1,700, a little under 1,700 whitelist spots left. Now, this one is going to be huge. They're boasting the highest the highest quality 3D renders of any NFT project out there. I mean, just look at that detail. Hey, thank you, Connor Clements. I appreciate you so much, man. Don't worry, because we're going to be doing a lot more of these streams. And if you haven't heard already, right at the end of the stream, I'm going to go into the Hate Beast Discord. If you're not already a member there, go and join right now. That is the biggest project of 2022. I'm calling it right now. It's the next Bored Ape Yacht Club. Go and hang out in there. And at the end of the stream, we're going to go into a voice channel. Hopefully, I can get some of you guys to hang out with me there. And we're going to be doing the quiz for Metroverse. We're going to try to figure out the answers to the quiz together, and hopefully we can get some whitelist spots. Who knows if we will. But thank you again for joining. So CO1, this project. Let's see. There's so many projects. I mix up some of the info, but I know the designer of this has connections to Louis Vuitton. Let's see. Oh, yeah. We got Doc's team members. Love that. Already linked to their LinkedIn. That's the number one site I go to see past experience and work history. Make sure they're credible people with connections and all that good stuff. I love that they link it for me because most of the time they don't, and I have to go and find it on my own, so it saves me some time. Okay, that's right. So the designers come from Warner Bros., Disney, Marvel, Netflix, Bandai. I have no clue what that last one is, but they also have some designers from Louis Vuitton. So really some big name brands right there. Okay. I'm seeing a connection. Avengers Endgame Love, Death, Robots. This person has definitely worked with the artist of Oxia Origin. And tell me if I'm crazy, but tell me that this artwork doesn't kind of have the same vibe as this project. Where's the sneak peeks? I'm kind of seeing a little bit of a similarity there. I have to wonder if some of these team members, what if this guy could be an artist for the Oxia Origins? Who knows? That would be really interesting. It would make sense. It's kind of funny because Disney and Marvel, man, all of their artists are running away to create NFT projects. Primate Planet was the first, and now it's like all these big projects have artists from those studios. So very interesting. I wonder how they feel about that. Disney got involved in NFTs a little bit ago with Vive and Omnicron, I think is the name of the studio, regardless. So love seeing these mainstream companies getting involved in artists. The NFT space we're still so early. It is so ready to blow up in this next year. So hell yeah, really excited to see some of this. So this is going to be a really cool project. Kevin died a lot. My big thing is I can't pronounce names, so forgive me. Smart contract developer. Now, we're getting to the end of the stream. I'm going to be jumping off here in just a few minutes. Like I say, hopping into the voice channel of Hate Beast. But if I really was looking into this project, as I'm going to for my next top 5 projects video, I'm going to see what is his experience. Having a strong developer is so important to make sure there's no flaws in the smart contract. Keeping gas fees low is one of the things. Having an efficient written smart contract does play a big role in keeping your gas fees low at minting, so that's really important. And then let's see. Interesting that they partnered with a plastic surgeon, but that's cool. They had him help work on the face details to make sure that these things look realistic. I mean, they look gorgeous. Let's see what we can find out about a minting date. Looks like all of that stuff is yet to be announced, but let's see how we can get on the whitelist. I bet, yep. Come on, guys. Don't make me invite people to the server. I mean, I will. I'm gonna. If I like your project, I'm gonna talk about you. But come on, not everybody has friends that can join. I just feel like that's a little bit not discriminatory, but it's like, come on, man. We can do better than that. But invite 10 people. Interact with the community and reach level 7. Also, not a big fan of the level requirements. It's like, come on. It's okay. I'm not trying to hate too much. It's just like, post a tweet about them, follow. Okay, I mean that's doable. That's doable. The 10 invites is a bit hard for some people. Like even me, I'm a YouTuber and stuff, and I can get 10 people in the Discord easy enough. But it's like a lot of my buddies and stuff already know about this project, so I have to go and find my friend group in NFTs. We're all super active at finding these projects. So it's like, who am I going to invite? They already all know about the project. So whatever. I mean, it is what it is. But regardless, there's still plenty of spots on the whitelist. So if I was somebody, which I am, who wants to get on this whitelist, what I would do is go and jump into the general chat, find somebody who's on the whitelist, talk to them about how they got on it, what helped them, if they had to hit all these requirements or not. I would imagine if you're, building, let's see, do they say it? They don't explicitly say it. Well, kind of. We're looking for high quality, engaging members. You can check your invite count. This is okay. So I just talked about this 10 minutes ago. This is one of those ones that you have to have a invite code to make your invite count. Why make it so freaking complicated, guys? That's not, simplicity is important here. I mean, Jesus. So I don't know how I feel about this. And this is another weird connection. Both Oxia Origin and CO1 have that invite link. I believe, I'm calling it right now. You guys are my witness. But I think that some of the team members on CO1 are also in Oxia Origin. I'm calling it right now. I'm calling it right now. I think they're connected. They have a lot of similarities. The artwork is kind of the same vibe. The team has similar backgrounds working at the same companies. They have the same code invite system, which I've never seen before these two projects. I'm calling it right now. I think the team members are on some of the projects. They're the same. So we'll find out down the road when that info is leaked, or released. But anybody listening that wants to create a project, come on. Do retweet quizzes and stuff on Twitter and whatnot, but don't require people to have a high number of invites, maybe one, but if you're going to be creating a successful project and a big community, you shouldn't have to have invites requirements for people to get on the whitelist, because at the end of the day, if you have a project that's going to blow up, it's going to blow up on its own. Those people are going to find this project if it's worthwhile without those 10 invites. All you're promoting is people spamming each other, and we don't need spam. We have enough spam in this space, in the NFT space. Come on now. Organic growth. It's the way to go. It's the way I'm building this channel, right? No promos. And I'll tell you guys, if you don't already know, I never accept. I've had projects reach out to me, be like, yo, we'll give you a whitelist spot. We'll give you this or that. Just make a video about our stuff. No, I make honest and genuine videos. I don't accept promotions. I'm building an organic community. I'm not paying anybody to get more followers. because that's not what I want. That's not what you should want for your community. You want people to find you organically. You want people to have genuine word of mouth, spreading the name, talking about your project. You should not have to incentivize people to go and spam others to get invites, to get a whitelist spot in your community. It's just that's my personal opinion. Everyone's entitled to their own. I'm not a fan of it. That's just me. But anyways, that doesn't say, I mean, CO1, Oxia Origins, it's going to be a big project. When you have big names like this, I mean, people are hungry to get behind some of these big projects because everybody thinks this is going to blow up. And it really will be successful. I'm sure it will be. It's just like, I just don't think it's necessary to have these requirements for a whitelist spot, because there are people out there that would be amazing, genuine, contributing members of the community that would deserve a whitelist spot, but might not be able to hit those the 10 people invite requirement, and then they don't get it. And that just kind of stinks, because we want to be giving these whitelist spots to people who deserve it, who are passionate about the project, who are genuine and contributing members of the community, regardless of how many people they've brought into it. And that's my opinion. So anyways, I think that's good. I think this has been a great stream. Galliverse. Okay, I'll mention it real quick. And otherwise, this is going to be the last one. Thank you so much for tuning in, Mr. Mezianosta. What's up, buddy? My puppy's right here. Oh, man, it's raining outside. Jeez, you're all soaking wet. Galliverse. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Galliverse. They're taking their time. Who knows when it's coming out? Gal Yosef is an amazing artist. He has, $10 million worth of artistic sales in his career before getting into the NFT space. He made a big splash with Steve Aoki at Sotheby's when he auctioned off his very first NFT for $214,000. Of course, he was commissioned as the artist for Crypto Bulls Society, which, if you don't already know, which I'm sure you do because you're asking me the question, is very successful. In the first week, we saw a peak floor of about 3.5 for Ethereum, now very stable around 2.5 Ethereum. Obviously extremely valuable there. I love his work, and we'll go ahead and click over. I'm already in that thing. Now, going on the same little rant, like, I really don't mess with the whole you have to be level 50 in this Discord. It's a level requirement. Dude, level 50, that's like 7,000 to 8,000 messages typed. That's insane. Like, I can contribute to the community all day long, but I don't know if I would ever have enough time to get that amount of levels to be on the whitelist, and that's frustrating and it's discouraging. I would be in this community more than I am if I knew that I didn't have to be level 50 to be on the whitelist for this stuff. But nonetheless, the project's going to be huge. I am a huge fan of Gal Yosef's artwork. I mean, he just makes some beautiful stuff. I mean, just look at this. And obviously, this is an animated thing. I don't know. I would like to see. I don't know if we quite know yet. They're going to be 3D models. The Meta Eagles, at least. But I don't know if they're going to be like moving like that, because that looks a lot like his. Here, let's go find it. That looks a lot like the NFT that auctioned off at Sotheby's for $214,000. It looks just like it. It was posted way. Here. Tell me that doesn't look... Oh, geez. Sorry about that, everybody. Tell me that doesn't look just like the Meta Eagles animation we just saw. It looks just like it. Which is cool. And that thing sold for $214,000. That's insane. So, Galliverse. I'm a huge fan. I'm an even bigger fan of the Galley Monsters collection that they were originally going to release. Now you can't even see anything about it. Let's see. Level 5 exclusive. Here's some of the things. This was a very unique approach on the ERC 1155 token standard. I think it was going to be a really cool use of that token standard in a way that we haven't seen in other projects. It was a booster pack. You were going to mint it for 0.2. Inside that, you were going to have 3 different Pokemon cards. There were going to be 25 Pokemons with 6 rarities. Like I say, it was going to be a very interesting and unique use of the 1155 token, but it has been put on hold, I think, because of copyright issues, but that's not confirmed. Who knows? Because it's kind of like, how can you use the Pokemon art in this project? I actually reached out to Eden Gallery, which is the gallery that sells and hosts like Gal Yosef's artwork, and is also partnered in behind the Galliverse and Meta Eagles Club collection. And basically, like, I posed as somebody wanting to buy some of his physical artwork, which was being sold for like $14,000 or $23,000. So big name stuff. And in the artwork I was looking into, it had like a picture of Mario or some like Nintendo characters, and I was like, how do you guys how are you able to sell artwork with these characters? And their response really didn't impress me. It was like, oh, well, Gal Yosef is such a big name artist that these brands would be happy to have him making artwork with their characters. And it's like, no, that's not how that shit works. I'm sorry, excuse my language. That's not how that works. You're telling me that Nintendo, that Pokemon are happy to have an artist taking their copyrighted intellectual property and making a ton of money off of it? No, sir. You bet if he doesn't own the licensing to use those copyrighted images, that they're going to want and get a cut of that money. I mean, are you kidding me? It makes more sense for them to come after him for copyright infringement because he's so successful, rather than, like, you think Gal Yosef is bringing more people into Pokemon? Hell no, Pokemon is bigger than Gal Yosef. It doesn't work like that. So I was really not impressed with their response to those inquiries that I made and whatnot. But I was more excited about Galley Monsters for those reasons than I am about Meta Eagles. And I think I talked about this a little bit, and I made a whole video about Galleyverse, Mr. Mezzanasta. If you haven't seen that already, it's on my profile. It was probably a couple weeks ago. I made a whole video about Galleyverse. So go check that out if you haven't already. But basically, one of my concerns is that the Meta Eagles the artwork resembles Crypto Society in the sense of, like, it's the same kind of genre with the way they look and everything like that. And, Crypto Society is very popular and Gal Yosef is very popular and they're successful. But if we go back to basic economics, right? Supply and demand determine value. So as the supply increases, unless you're able to increase the demand for that supply, the value is going to go down. If you're increasing the supply of anything and you can continue to increase demand, the value is going to be good. But as Gal continues to produce more NFT collections, if he continues to go along the same type genre, I'll answer your question, Steve, in just 2 seconds. If you continue to produce the same style artwork over and over again, that's kind of increasing the supply of that type of art in the NFT space. And unless you can bring in more people to get that in demand up, you're just going to see lower value. So what I'd be a little bit concerned of as he continues to release these collections is if I would imagine the floor price of each is going to kind of go down a little bit per each collection, because it's like, well, I could own a Crypto Bull and have Gal Yosef's art, or I could own a Meta Eagles Club, and they both look amazing. They both look really good. They're kind of the same thing, just an eagle versus a bull or a bear. It's like, so yeah, one of my concerns about this project, do I think it's going to be successful? Absolutely. Really not a fan of being a level 50 in order to get whitelist for it. I do like their whole key, like, NFT pass idea. That's going to be really cool. I don't believe they've come out with more information on it. But this is, look, I've went in depth about this project, so I'm going to move on. Go and check out my video if you want to see what I said about it, because I already have my thoughts. But yes, I do like this project all in all. I have a couple concerns. I have a couple kind of, criticisms about it, but otherwise I do like this project. So moving on, what's your top new Stevie, what's your top new NFTs you're watching for January, February? So if you're new to my channel, Hate Beasts is my absolutely top number one. That is going to be, in my opinion, the number one project of 2022, even though it's minting at the beginning. And of course, a lot can change over the next year, but I think that is going to be the new Bored Ape Yacht Club. I'm expecting a 10 to 15 Ethereum floor in the first week or two, and then I think it's going to continue to climb. Like, it could knock Bored Ape Yacht Club off of its pedestal of the top project. CryptoPunks, I know, is the top. Look, I get it. They're the very first. They hold historical value. Otherwise, they don't have crazy art. They didn't build a crazy community up front. It was just like everyone went and found them. They were the first NFT. That's cool. That's awesome. Yeah, Pixelmon is going to be huge, Connor. I included that in my most recent top 5 projects that were going to be big going into 2022. I think I did Pixelmon, Invisible Friends, Hate Beast, and a couple others. I have a whitelist spot for Hate. I have a Hapeless spot, Stevie. I am blessed to have that. I got it about a month ago. I've been in the Hate Beast community since October. And it took a couple weeks and a lot of work. I talked about this a little bit earlier in the stream. Tons of fan art, tons of be creative. I am hanging out. Actually, at the end of the stream, we're going to join a voice channel in Hate Beast to do the quizzes for Metaverse, or Metroverse rather. So if you want, come and hang out with us in there. That's going to be really cool. But yes, I do have a whitelist spot there. Feel blessed. It's going to change my life. 100% going to change my life. But that is my number one project. Otherwise, like Connor said, Pixelmon is going to be huge. Galliverse is going to be huge. Let's see. A couple other ones I just covered recently. CO1 is going to be big. Oxia Origin is going to be big. Invisible Friends. We're going to make it interfaces. That's going to be a really big one. There's so many. They have not closed whitelist. Hatebeast has not closed whitelist. Last announcement they made about it. Let's see. They had 1,800 the last announcement they made about it. Which was a couple weeks ago. But they're just so patient with how they're giving them out. I wouldn't be surprised if there's still 1,000 spots left on the whitelist. It's a lot of work, of course, but I think you still have a shot to get in there, man. So go in and give it a shot. It's gonna that's my top project, but by far. All the other ones I mentioned are also going to be really big. Tons of opportunity there. I'm trying to think about a couple other ones that were on my. So this one, Crypto Bats. I was going to look into it, but I got a lot of suggestions from the audience here. So I haven't had a chance. This one's kind of low key right now. It's going to be interesting. Ozzy Osbourne is on the team. He's the creative director, so he's not the artist. He's not the developer of the contracts, of course. He doesn't have that experience, but that's going to be a really interesting one that people haven't talked about too much. And then just to answer your question, Adidas. Adidas is big. I love that they kind of went and hooked up with Bored Ape Yacht Club. I keep seeing these bigger brands kind of getting involved in the NFT space. I think it's inevitable. It's going to continue happening into this next year. We've seen Pepsi, Budweiser, Adidas, Nike kind of got into Roblox, which isn't necessarily blockchain based, but it is showing that they're trying to get into these metaverses. So it's going to continue happening. I think a lot of more big brands are getting involved. Louis Vuitton designers are involved with the CO1. We've been seeing a lot of Disney, Marvel, and Netflix artists getting involved in projects like Primate Planet and this one and Oxia Origin. So it's gonna be really cool. And yes, Connor. So there is no public mint for Hatebeast. It is 100% whitelist only. So if you don't have a whitelist spot or an OG role, you are not going to be able to mint one of those things. Which is why so many people are fighting to get on that and why it's so difficult. But they're giving them out to those people who do deserve it. So yeah, I think that's about it. This is your last chance, anybody who's watching, to throw some questions. Otherwise, we're going to jump into a Hatebeast voice channel. I'm going to join one that doesn't have a ton of members in it so that anybody that's here with me right now can come and hop in there with me, and we can continue chatting off the live stream. And like I said, we're going to go ahead and do the Metroverse NFT quiz that they just posted about 4 hours ago on Twitter. We're going to try to figure out what the buildings are so we can all go team up together, see if we can come up with the right answers, hopefully maybe get a whitelist spot, because that's going to be a big project. But yeah, man, guys, thank you so much for tuning into the live stream today. This is not going to be on my YouTube channel. I'm not going to post this video. Yes, Connor, that's why it's so big. And another huge thing is the vast majority of the people in Hatebeast with whitelist spots only get to mint one. And I talked about this earlier in the stream. I don't know if you were here with me, but that is going to... When you can mint more than one NFT, you're going to see a dip immediately as minting starts, as people try to sell one quickly, take profits, and then use that liquidity to mint a second one. And then it slowly builds up until the reveal. We're not going to see that with Hatebeast. We're going to see a very high floor right off the bat, and I bet it's going to stay there. Because the amount of effort that it takes to get on that whitelist spot, people have worked so hard to get that whitelist spot that I don't think many people are going to sell them. I know I am not listing mine at all. Like, basically, to share my thoughts, like I never want to be without a Hatebeast in my wallet ever. So I'm not even listing mine until well after reveal. Depending on the prices, it's going to be a life-changing amount of money for me. And so right now, my garden, NFT focused. I'm also extremely big. I love tax laws and using tax advantages, real estate. I am all around business. So my background is in business. I am extremely passionate about business. And so my long-term goals is to get into rental property investments and get some houses out there and renting out to people and get really diversify my streams of income. So as I grow this channel, eventually I'm going to come out with a second channel. I think it's going to be called Wealth Garden or something along the lines of that, where I'm going to talk about tax advantages, setting up IRAs, 401ks, maximizing your tax deductions, investing in real estate, investing in stocks, all sorts of stuff like that. And I only bring that up because what I have in the back of my mind is if I end up with a very rare Hate Beast NFT that I can sell for an amount of money that would allow me to buy more of them off the floor and then keep some profit, I am going to do that only because it's going to change my life, and I'm going to use that money to invest in a house or a piece of property that I can then start building a rental or a real estate portfolio. And look, the people from the team on Hate Beast have said, just Carl, the strategic advisor to the project, he said, if this money is going to change your life, sell. Like, they don't want you just to hold. If this is going to change your life, sell, because you got to be smart about that. I'm not saying to sell your NFT or anything like that, but look, guys, like, you cannot be emotional. At the end of the day, this is an investment. This is money. This is business that we're talking about here, okay? As cool as it is to have a Hate Beast and an NFT in your collection, like, we're in this to make some money and whatnot. And so you can't be too emotional about it. So that's kind of I don't know. I have this feeling. I don't get very lucky with getting rare mints, but I have a feeling in my heart that I might get a rare Hate Beast. And if I do, like I say, I'm going to sell it a couple weeks after mint. Not going to do it originally. I'm going to let that floor build up, and I'm only going to do it if I have enough from that sale to buy at least 1 or 2 more Hate Beasts off the floor and then use the excess profits to invest into real estate. That's my game plan. And like I say, I will come out with a second channel that's going to be dedicated to more of the like fiat currency style traditional investments, stocks and IRAs, 401ks, real estate, all sorts of stuff like that, because that's my passion. That's my passion right there. Financial freedom is my goal. Financial literacy is what I'm passionate about and what I want to educate all of you about. But I realize that I have international like followers, and a lot of people in the space are international. So all the tax laws and different hacks and tricks and like that might not apply to everybody. Anyways, I'm rambling now, but yeah, Hate Beast is going to be huge. So guys, let's go pick out a voice channel before I end this Discord call or this live stream, and hopefully I can catch up with you guys. Okay, yeah, Patrick, what's up? Thanks for joining. I haven't seen you in here. Go ahead and ask your last question. Thank you so much for tuning in. What you got for me? Because I'm not on any time schedule here, but I've just been live streaming for a little over an hour and a half now, so I think it's time to move on. I have some Bojangles here that's gotten quite cold, and I'm ready to eat it up. So what's up? Ask your question. We'll wait for that. Also, while you're typing your question out, oh wait, no. Do you think Hate Beast has a Nike collab on the team? Interesting. I would not be surprised. If you haven't already, I made a Hate Beast deep dive video. I've made a couple videos about Hate Beast. Go and check out that very first one I made, because Digimental, the artist and design studio that is creating the artwork for Hate Beast, his past work, he's worked with Nike Sportswear, Skrillex, he's worked with MTV, a bunch of really big brands, and I cover all that in my original Hate Beast video. So he already has work experience with Nike, and for that reason, what you have just brought up, anybody who doesn't see it, do you think Hate Beast has a Nike collab because their trailer, the Hapes have Nike Air Force Ones on? It would not surprise me at all, especially because Nike has been involved in Roblox recently. They're getting into the metaverses, even though that's not a blockchain-based metaverse. It is a metaverse. Per the definition, they're getting into this space. Adidas partnered with Bored Ape Yacht Club. Now Nike, it's their turn. They got to make a big move. Wouldn't surprise me if they do it with Hate Beast. It's going to be a huge project. It would be good. It's going to be on Bored Ape Yacht Club's level, so why not? Adidas got Bored Ape Yacht Club. Nike's going to get Hate Beast. I mean, that wouldn't shock me at all, especially with Digimental's past experience working with Nike. Of course, nothing is official and out there to guarantee that, but would not surprise me at all. And good catch, because I didn't notice that. I wasn't looking out for it. But absolutely could see that happening. And I got a couple friends, their thoughts. So let's actually just real quick here. Also, dude, man, look at this. Hatebeast is doing such a great job. They're covering all their bases. They ping me 3 times a day just to make sure I verify my wallet. They've been doing this for days. They're going to keep doing this for another 2 weeks into the thing. I mean, they're doing. If you're coming out with a project, study what Hatebeast is doing, because they're doing it exactly right, and that's why they're going to be the top project. Yeah. Hatebeast and Nike would be Moon. Honestly, Hatebeast is going to be Moon regardless. I'm sure you've been keeping track of it. The Genesis collection sitting at a 42 Ethereum floor. Plenty of sales at 25, 30 Ethereum. The Santa Hape that just was auctioned off on Christmas Day, 32 Ethereum. This is big money, people. This is huge money. People are spending this money. This isn't speculation. People have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars to collect these NFTs in their collection. Okay, first listed on OpenSea. So I don't think many people are going to list theirs, but the people that do, there's always the first listing of any NFT is going to be higher. So okay, if we look at Crypto Bulls, the first listing right as minting was happening was at 1.5 ETH and someone bought it, and then immediately it dipped down to 0.5. So for Hatebeast, I wouldn't be surprised if someone lists it for 100 or 1,000 Ethereum, and I think that will be the first listing. The first sale. This I have nowhere to base this information off, but spitballing, I bet someone's gonna buy one right off the bat at 15 Ethereum. I mean, it would not shock me. And then I would think that the floor will come down a little bit to 10, maybe 5, 7, 8, 9 Ethereum. I mean, I don't know. But I think people will start right off the bat listing at just ridiculous numbers. And I don't think they'll sell at those prices. I think that's just going to be if you want to buy my Hape, you're going to have to give me 100 ETH or 1,000 ETH. But I'm not even listing mine. I'm not even giving anybody the option to buy mine. I'm not at all. But I do think they'll have some really crazy sales right at the beginning. 10, 15 ETH would not surprise me at all. At all. Bored Ape Yacht Club, last I checked yesterday, is sitting at a 60 Ethereum floor. I genuinely believe that over the few months going into 2022, that Hatebeast will be very close to it. I mean, it might take a couple months for it to really build up to that level, but 1 month into 1 month after the mint happens, I'm not going to be surprised if we see a 20 Ethereum floor. I mean, I'm optimistic. Look, like I say, anything can happen, but I am convinced that this is the next Bored Ape Yacht Club, and not just that it's the next, that it's going to replace Bored Ape Yacht Club, because this is we took Bored Ape Yacht Club and upgraded. I will sell 2 pre-reveal for 8. Hey, Patrick, I hear you all day long. If I had OG, I would sell 1. And it depends on how their reveal window would work. I would sell 1 after the first couple days. I would let that pre-reveal floor build up for at least a day or 2. If it's a 48-hour reveal, sell it on the second day. The first day you're going to have lower prices. It's just the pattern. I'm sure you know this. I mean, you seem like a smart guy. You've been in the NFT space. Yeah, no, 100%. And I hear you, man. It's life-changing money for me, and I agree with you. Do that all day long. My concern is that in most projects we're going to have a dips here and there, post-reveal, pre-reveal. Hatebeast is not going to follow the same patterns as most projects. Just keep that in mind. I don't think it will, at least. It may. I don't think it's going to be. Camry, sorry, I'm bad at names. I'll answer your question in just 2 seconds. But it is not going to follow the traditional patterns. I don't think we're going to necessarily see a very significant post-reveal dip in Hatebeast. I think there's a lot of whales out there that don't have the time to get on the whitelist, that are waiting. They know the industry well enough. They're waiting to snipe those people who are selling post-dip. Be safe. Be cautious. I know it's life-changing money for you, and it is for me. Do what you need to do to always have 1 in your wallet, because if in 6 months from now they're worth 60 Ethereum, you're going to be kicking yourself for selling both of them for 10 each. You know what I mean? So do what you need to do. Keep 1 in your wallet, and if I ultimately get OG before mint comes, what I personally would do, not financial advice, do what you think is best for you 100%. You got to make your own decisions. But if I had OG, what I would do is I would sell one either pre-reveal, but probably what we've been seeing, and this is like kind of a new thing in the industry. I've been seeing a run up, pre-reveal, reveal happens, dip, and then the price goes above where it was pre-reveal. Like CBS is a great example of it, and Primate will watch and see what happens. They're revealing in 2 days from now, so let's keep an eye and see if this pattern is something that's repeating in the industry. But with CBS, or Crypto Bull Society, they had a 1.4 to 1.2 to 1.4 price pre-reveal. Reveal happened, huge dip, and then 2 days later they're trading at 3.5 for Ethereum. They never hit those prices pre-reveal, and months ago that's not how it worked, but now it kind of seems like that's how it's going, right? So it might just keep an eye on comparable projects like Primate and see if this pattern keeps repeating itself. It might be a better strategy to sell in that first week, but a couple days after that reveal happens. I don't know if it is. Let's see what happens in some of these other projects. We got plenty of time. We got a couple weeks to see, but that does seem like it's a trend that's happening in the industry right now. So I don't know. But one thing I can say confidently is that no matter what, HAPEs are going to be valuable. So no matter what, like when you sell it, I mean, dude, 1 Ethereum is a lot of money. $4,000, that's a lot of money. I don't care who you are. That can do a lot. 2 Ethereum, that's huge. I think HAPEs are, I don't think they'll ever see 5 Ethereum, as maybe, but I don't think they'll even see, and that's like 20K, dude. That's huge. My conversion, I think everyone has my conversion, just so you know, like when I think of Ethereum, I think 4,000 is a very safe value in USD. So whenever I say these prices, that's what in my head I'm converting. But yeah, that's my thoughts and opinion on it. Again, if I had OG, I would probably sell one of my OGs at the end of the first week, a couple days after the reveal happens, because I think it'll probably peak, stabilize, and then slowly grow over the course of time. And then, like I say, I'm minting one at the minimum. I'm hoping for that OG roll, and I'm going to. I don't know what I'm going to do about it, but if it ends up being rare after reveal, I'll probably sell it just to try to buy a couple off the floor so I can have a couple and then use that money to invest in some real estate or some other build some income streams for myself so that we can become financially free. That's my goal. I hope that's y'all's goal, and so that I can leave my day job and get into the NFT space and YouTube full time. You guys hanging out with me here helps me so much to achieve that goal. And then for those who didn't hear beforehand, I will be coming out with a Discord server for my community soon so we can all get in there. My goal is to just educate everybody on how to become successful in NFTs. I want us all to build each other up, share tactics, tricks, and projects that we can all become successful together. That's my goal. So when that happens, stay tuned, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. Let's do this together, baby, because we're growing fast, man. We're growing fast. We got so much potential ahead of us. 2022 is going to be a huge year for NFTs, man. Huge year. We got so many projects coming out, so many opportunities to make some good money, change our lives, become self-sufficient, financially free, all that great stuff. So anyways, yeah, I think this was an awesome live stream. I really enjoyed it. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Again, I've said this a ton of times. We're going to go and jump into a Hate Beast voice channel right now. So if you want to keep hanging out and talking, well, let's go find one with some space in it, and then we can go do that Metroverse quiz, see if we can get a whitelist spot over there for that project. And then otherwise, follow me on Twitter because I give heads up about me doing these live streams a couple hours in advance. So if you enjoyed your time here and want to, be a part of the next one, be sure to follow me on Twitter. And like I said, I give a solid heads up, because these videos will not be posted on my channel. These are live one-offs, just hanging out, casual, whatever. But I really enjoyed it. This is the first one I've done, and we're going to do a lot more in the future. So let's see. We're over here. Well-being has a lot in it. This one. Let's see if I got any of my friends that I know. Well-being VC. Okay, let's go. Let's go into off-topic voice channel 2. That's where I'm about to go. I'm about to join it. I'm gonna go in there. There's only 4 people in there. Hopefully they don't mind us jumping in and taking over if we take over. Are there any other good ones? Yeah. Yes, Stevie, there is opportunity left. The way you're going to want to do it is you're just going to want to be a contributing member of the community. Everyone's going to say, be creative. So get in there, talk to people, make a bunch of friends. Just to give you a reference point, I got my whitelist. It took 2 weeks. I was in there every single day, 2,000 messages, about 15 to 20 pieces of fan art, coming up with creative stuff. I created crossword puzzles to engage other people, quizzes. I was active in the quizzes that they used to do. They're not doing them anymore, but community members create quizzes, then you can do that. Make some friends so that every time you hop in the Discord, you can be like, yo, what's up, XXYZ, whatever. And have those conversations. Thank you so much, Patrick. I appreciate it, man. But yeah, there's plenty of opportunity. Get in the voice channels. So many really nice people in there, really smart people. You can learn a lot about NFTs, get a lot of good alpha about other projects just by hanging out in the voice channel. So no matter what, there's plenty of resources to get some value out of the community. Hate Beast is number one. Best community out there. So much to learn, so much great people to meet and hang out. But yeah, plenty of opportunity for you to still get on the whitelist. It's hard. Keep it up. Peace, Patrick. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm jumping into, what did I say? I said we're jumping into off-topic voice channel 2 is where I'm about to be. If anyone wants to come and hang out in there, I am going to do the Metroverse quiz. We're going to do this quiz. It was posted 5 hours ago. We're going to try to guess the cities and buildings of this image, and the correct answers might just earn us a spot on the whitelist. This is going to be a big project, so that's what we're about to do. Thank you guys all for tuning in. It was amazing. I had a great time. Follow me on Twitter. We're going to do more of these in the future. If I'm not going to see you in the voice channel, have a great rest of your day. Happy New Year. 2022 is going to be huge. Stay safe out there. I love you guys, and we will see you next time on the stream. And yes, it's a ton of work, Semery. It absolutely is so worth it if you get whitelisted. It's going to change your life. It's going to change everybody's lives. It's going to be huge, man. We're talking huge money here. Huge money. Have even letting me get into Discord. I'm sorry. What do you mean, Stevie? What do you mean, my man? I'm not following you there. The Discord link. Let's see. If for you guys, look, if you're not already in the Hate Beast Discord, Hate Beast Gang at Hate Beast Gang is the Twitter. It is right here. This is the thing, and their Discord link is right here. Click on there, join it, verify yourself. They have a very extensive verification process. It is amazing. That's how they keep those bots out of there. You have to click the verification emoji in the Discord, then you go and verify yourself on their website. It's amazing. That's why they're one of the best. Nobody else does that. They don't want bots. They're all human beings. It's awesome. But do that. Join us. And like I say, I'm jumping into off-topic voice channel 2. That's where I'll be. All right. I got to use the restroom. I love you guys. More streams in the future. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe to the channel. I will see you next time. And let's go hang out in Hate Beast. Yeah, there you go.